This is the International Space Station, or ISS as it's commonly called, the largest man-made structure ever built in space. Orbiting more than 200 miles above the Earth's surface, the ISS is plainly visible from the ground. You can actually see it, moving as a bright white dot against the night sky, circling the Earth 15 times a day. If you landed the station on Earth, it would more than cover an American football field. Originally designed as a multi-country space laboratory, the ISS plays a number of commercial, diplomatic, and educational roles. Its construction began in 1998, with 15 nations, including the United States, Russia, and Japan, collaborating on its development. Numerous components were installed, from pressurized habitable modules to the solar arrays that power the station. Today, the ISS operates as a microgravity lab for a wide range of scientific experiments. An international crew of up to 6 people typically lives and works on board for several months at a time. As you might have guessed, Purdue University is no stranger to the International Space Station. Long referred to as the cradle of astronauts, countless Purdue alumni work within the ranks of NASA and other agencies within the space industry.
Well, the cradle of astronauts is what they've called Purdue for a number of years. First of all, we have one of the greatest engineering programs in the world. Secondly, we had one of the first university airports in the world, and that attract people who are interested in flight. Third, we have one of the biggest and best ROTC programs in the country. We had 7 astronauts come here in a master's degree program from the Air Force Academy.
NASA astronauts Jerry Ross, Mark Polanski, and Mary Ellen Weber each served aboard shuttle missions to help assemble the ISS. They are all Purdue graduates. Not to mention David Wolf, another Purdue alum and former NASA astronaut who not only helped build the ISS on 2 shuttle flights, but also oversaw the design of its replica inside the Indianapolis Children's Museum in 2016. And most recently, 3 more former Boilermakers were directly involved with NASA's Expedition 55 aboard the International Space Station.
Andrew Feustel and Scott Tingle are on the space station right now. Gary Horlacher is the flight director. So it's very significant. It shows that Purdue's involvement in space continues.
All 3 of you will be working together.
The 3 of us have worked together for many years, and I find myself saying boiler up a lot around here.
The first group of folks that really came and put their arms around me and said, "We are so happy you are here," were the Purdue grads. I mean, I knew when Neil Armstrong went to Purdue, I knew Eugene Cernan went to Purdue, and some other well-known astronauts, but I never really put it all together like, wow, this is really the place to be.
I think it says a lot about the reputation of the school too.
Yep.
And like he said, you just got to be humbled to know that, I had this opportunity to be in charge of an international space station. Multiple countries they're all dependent on us to do the job, do it well, and every day's just different, and there's so much variety.
Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Our protocol has always required that candidates for the honorary doctorate be present to receive this honor. However, today we have suspended that protocol for what we hope you will agree are very good reasons. Drew and Scott, thank you for making Purdue so very proud and for your courage on behalf of all of us and our nation. Have a great rest of your mission.
But in the end, Purdue University's legacy in space is much more than a cradle of astronauts.
We're not only the cradle of astronauts, we're the cradle of aeronautical and aerospace engineers. There are students walking around on our campus right now who are going to be the future of NASA and the future of our space program. And I know that because that's been historically true, decade after decade after decade.